Hello, Peter here from Pearl Media. Hope you're okay. This video really is to talk about on-page SEO factors and how you would go about ranking a keyword in Google, really without putting too much effort into it, provided of course you're able to create a post. So what I would like to do, this is our website, so what I would like to do is to show you a blog that I created last week. If it loads. Okay, so this blog, or this post even, is on-page SEO Factors Explained, how to rank for a low competition keyword in days and not weeks, and that's what I managed to do. So first of all, it was my intention, this was last Friday, it's now Tuesday the 18th of December, to write posts every single day in order to get onto page 1 of Google by the 21st of December. Since then, in all honesty, we've been absolutely rammed, which is great for us because we've been taking on new customers. Actually, one on the back of this post, which is good. And well, we haven't been able to do it. Okay, so today, what I'd like to do is to show you where we are already on Google, just for this keyword, and then just go into on-page SEO factors and why they're important and why you don't need to pay a company like Pearl Media or whoever to do your SEO if you can identify a low competition keyword. So first of all, a low competition keyword, so you would go on to the Google keyword checkout. Once you've done that, obviously fill in the details and then start typing in keywords, and it will tell you what kind of competition it is. You've got low, medium, high. For what it's worth, on-page SEO factors is low. There it is there, so we're going to open that up. On-page SEO factors, I'm going to drag it across, low. There's globally, so throughout the world there are 260 searches a month, and in the UK, which is where I am, there's 73. I've done this on an exact, so obviously if it was on abroad, the figures would be more. So that was the first post, and already we're on page 2, position 2, and that's it. That's other than today's post. That's all I've done. I haven't done any kind of link building to that post. I haven't done any kind of bookmarking, no social media or anything. Literally just created a post, made sure everything was right as it should be. It took me, 10 or 15 minutes after checking the spelling, and I'm already in a high position. I think if I'd have done it every single day, I would certainly be on page 1, but I'd just be lying if I told you whereabouts on page 1. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you the post that I've created today, and I'm going to run through what I think are some of the most important on-page SEO factors, which is obviously, why you found this post. So, first of all, if you have a look on this page, you will see that I've wrote down 77 of what I think are the most important factors. So, look, if you're building a site, or if you've got a site and you don't have the money to pay a company like Pearl Media or whoever to optimize your site, if you can go away and research, I can help anyone, I'll show anyone how to do that, a low competition keyword that you think people will come to your site with, and then you can obviously then link to other pages. Then do that. Just follow these 77 points and I promise you you'll do okay. So what I'd like to do is just run through what I think are the most important ones. Okay, so any site, you need to have good content. So you've got to create good quality content. Don't copy, don't write it once and then spin it a zillion times and then use it again and again. Your pages should have good, relevant content. So basically, if you're selling Ford Mondeos, your page should be about Ford Mondeos. Keyword specific content. So if, again, going back to the low competition or whatever competition keyword that you choose, make sure that it's within the body of the writing or the content. Make sure that you have the right keyword ratio. So the way we do it is it's a 3% rule. So for every 100 words we had 3 keywords with different anchor text. So basically, if you've got you know, for example, a post like this on Page SEO Factors, if you look throughout this post, you'll see the words on Page SEO Factors and the position throughout. So as well as that keyword being in the URL and in the metadata and in the headers, let me just quickly show you, in the headers there and in there, that's a header 1, that's a header 2, they're also within the body of the content, and I've also highlighted them as well, which is quite a good trick. So again, going back to content, make sure that it's good and make sure you've got the right amount of keywords within the site. Just moving down, keywords in your headers, header 1, header 2, header 3, all the way to header 6. I tend to use header 1 and header 2, sometimes header 3. So like I've just shown you, this post, the keyword is on Page SEO Factors. If you look, if you right mouse click and view page source, you'll see that the keywords for this page, or the keyword for this page, is on Page SEO Factors. I've managed to put it there in a header 1. I haven't just put on Page SEO Factors, I've put another word after it, and I've done exactly the same in a header 2. Why on Page SEO Factors is important, and the content underneath is relevant to the header 1, and then obviously underneath that again more relevancy, because we're talking about on Page SEO Factors. So the biggest thing in terms of Google, the biggest thing that Google is looking for, it's unique, relevant content, and provided all of your on Page SEO Factors you know, all those boxes are ticked, providing you add, you know, unique, relevant content, and you know, it's not copied or spun or anything, you'll do okay. Again, you've got to research the right keywords though. So yeah, so all in all, quality content, making sure that your headers are in place, images in content. So if you have a look at some of the other posts that I've created, you know, there's an image there and you hover over it and an alt tag will appear, and it will have the keywords within the alt tag. There you go, keywords and alt tags of images. Videos, don't make too many videos, but it's great to have a video, because I mean, YouTube, which is Google owned, it's the second biggest search engine, and I guarantee that the video that I'm going to make now will be pulled by, or be picked up by YouTube within a week. And this post, the YouTube video, and the previous post, probably within 3 weeks will be on page 1 of Google. And you know, there's nothing stopping you doing the same. The meta information, so really you've got to, we use WordPress, and you know, and I say to anyone, use WordPress, certainly for the blog, but you know, this site's built on WordPress as well. We practice what we preach. Make sure that you've got obviously you've got to fill your keywords out, your meta keywords. Make sure that you've got your meta title. So you know, if your keyword is on Page SEO Factors, don't just put on Page SEO Factors for your title. You've got around about 60 characters, so you know, try and put in something like, you know, why on Page SEO Factors are important for your website, for example. And the description, again, try and use the maximum amount of characters, and try and ensure that your primary keyword, in this case on Page SEO Factors, is in your description. Again, proofs in the eating. Right click, view page source, and you'll see for yourself. Another important one is keyword optimize URL and title in URL. So put your keywords in your URL and put your title, which should have your keyword in the URL. So you know, these are what I think. I mean, go through all 77 of them and follow them, and if you need any help, give me a shout at info@palemedia.com. But if you have a look at these 77, just follow them, make a list and tick them off. Research a low competition or medium competition keyword. Just keep at it and you'll do okay, I promise you. Obviously, if you need any help, Pale Media are here. This is a little plug now. We are located in Liverpool. However, we've got customers literally worldwide: America, Australia, Germany, Czechoslovakia. Give us a shout and we'll gladly help. You know, we're not the dearest, we're not the cheapest, but we charge reasonable prices, and you know, you get return on investment. Anyway, that's the plug over with. Try and do it yourself. Run through this. If you need any help, give me a shout.